Today I'll be talking about affiliations that turn into attachments, that turn into addiction. And it's like we affiliate with that which gives us power, makes us feel good, it's relief, it is, escaping pain. And we affiliate with those, and it's like we have this devotional energy. Rabbi Shimon Jacobson talks a lot about this, and I'm going to use some of what I learned from his class, the Kabbalah of addiction, to start this out. But kind of like the devotion, the desire energy, this the drive for power, for not feeling pain, for not feeling small. This, it becomes an attachment to the one way that we're getting it, and it gets overly placed on that object. It's a sign of life wanting nourishment, is the truth. It's like this idea of these tentacles that are swimming out, and then they reach something and they grip on. So these affiliations can become very fixed, very hard, or they could stay soft, lightly touch, get the need, and then let go, and then maybe touch someone else or something else or somewhere else. And then there's these faculties of power, which in Kabbalah we call the sfirot. And instead of like an octopus with 8 tentacles, there's 10 here, plus 2 hovering ones, almost like antenna, or eyes, like spiritual eyes. And we'd say like these faculties can actually be polluted by what we're attaching to. Or if it's like a healthy affiliation, they could be harvested. It's like we're getting watered through these faculties. So he says this desperation kind of to escape the pain or the relief can lead us to choose something that, like I just said, could actually be toxic for us. Yes, it helps in the short term, but over time, it takes over and it enslaves us. And then we feel even worse and we need it more. And then this tentacle of ours, this faculty gets weaker and weaker. And he says like some examples from the Torah, which is the, quoting from the Old Testament, there's the sacred ones, Aaron, the high priest, his children, Nadav and Abihu, so excited the first time they could sanctify the temple and serve, and they were consumed by fire because they had alien fire. They wanted to transcend higher than being human. So they used an agent, a physical agent, an attachment to the physical to be able to get spiritually higher, but it didn't work. It destroyed them from the inside out, even though they were so special and sanctified to the Creator. Another time in the Torah or in the scriptures, in the tradition, it's like this orchard of paradise, to be able to visit heaven, or to visit like the study hall of the orchard, which is to be like in this transcendent realm which we can't see. And that's where the truth of all is readily available, like fruits on a tree. That's how it's referred to. So there was one that went crazy from visiting there, a second one that died, a third one that became a heretic, apostate, just like couldn't believe in anything anymore, and a fourth one, Rabbi Akiva. How come he was able to go through that process, letting go of all powers? Because he practiced humility. He had preparation. His affiliations were such that he wasn't looking to fix onto anything except the most true essence, which was that he's a seeker and nothing can enslave him, because the oneness that he was experiencing in the orchard, he prepared for that by living in such a way that he didn't get attached. So this practice of not getting attached to anything that might be toxic or harmful or may leave him disempowered was how he was able to survive going through that passage of true oneness where there is no separation and yet there could be complete nullification. So there's this sense of he understood the expansion and contraction are two halves of the same. If he's going into oneness, expanding and expanding, he also understood that the other side of that is contraction. What goes up has to come down. What goes back has to go forth. What is departing has to arrive. What's going out needs to return. So this is the idea that if he's going to fixate on something, there's going to be a cost. There's going to be like, you give your power and it gives you power. So that was what he prepared for. And then how do we learn from that is we need to redirect this dedication energy that we have, this capacity for dedicating fully to something and latching onto it, adhering to it, to something more passionately than the passion for that fixture. So it's kind of like the addiction aspect is the fixture. It's getting fixed onto that one thing. So he says we have the 10 faculties I mentioned, the spheres, and then the 2 other faculties which float above. They're called Atik, Yaman, and Arech Anpin. And these are like a hovering crown. They're the transcendental faculties, super conscious. And then there's 3 cognitive conscious ones. They're often called wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, but he translates it in a way that I like, which is conception, development, and conclusion. And then we have, and all of these faculties that I'm going to be mentioning now can all be polluted by this fixture. They're not able to develop properly or be harvested or dissolve as needed. So, or else the one falls apart, right? So then there's 7 emotional experiential ones, and they are love, chesed, discipline and boundaries, gevura, compassion, tiferet, endurance and determination, netzach, humility and yielding, hod, foundation, which is also described as bonding or uniting, in yesod, and then dignity is malchut. So I wanted to make this personal and talk about what are my goals and wishes, like where would I like to adhere to, grow into. And the first is yielding to what is, so I can see the force of nature aligning in a holistic, unified, all-inclusivity. I'm just a part. I'm not going to be resisting so much the ocean as one little wave. I keep crashing down. It's like this idea that I keep going for something that's breaking me down. The next is wellness groups, talking unconscious topics with people, practicing being the truth together. These are new goals and wishes, but actually I'm doing this, but this is always new. It's like this is the new moment, the right now. From here, from this place, I want to affiliate like this. Being connection with the mercy, which is like mana. It can be for anything you need it to be. Mercy because you made a mistake, mercy because you feel ugly, mercy because you got angry, mercy because you made, kind of a fool out of somebody and you just like, you apologize, but you can't get over remembering it. So the mercy and the giftedness are already here. It's like mana. It's already supplied. So all the things we do wrong are actually where the mercy can come in, and all the areas where we feel like we're not capable and we want the power from the addiction, or we want the escape of the pain from the addiction. Like I said, with the mercy, there's also the giftedness aspect. It's already here, all the gifts and our own giftedness. And then being in a relationship without lashing out as part of the dynamic or making unnecessary sacrifices to be close. To be on a sun schedule more. I've been on like a moon schedule more. And for me to align with the right job for me, where I will be, I'm doing like so many random different things together, but I'd like to include it all as one. Like I want to affiliate with a job where I can do writing, reading, art, meditation, cooking, exercise, all of it. And finally, have healthy discernment for opportunity and not just say yes to everything available and everyone available, and affiliate to anything just because it calls out. And, I want to read something here from like in the religious aspect, 16% of the world say that they're unaffiliated with any higher power, with any specific religion. And I'll read how they describe unaffiliated here. No affiliation represents those who have the absence of, indifference to, religion or rejection of religion. Non-religious individuals are uninterested in, reject, or are vague on religion. Atheists are those who entirely reject a belief in the existence of God or gods. Agnostic individuals accept that they do not or cannot definitively know about God, gods, or supernatural phenomena. And deists accept the existence of a higher power that's disinterested in the worldly affairs. They believe everything is founded in reason and observation and are not interested in organized religion. Socrates says, "Do not do to others that which would anger you if others did to you." So that's pretty much like, information on that there's nothing really religious about our affiliations. And I bring that in to say that when we don't affiliate with something, there is that faculty open looking for power, and it makes us vulnerable to addiction. And I'm going to end here with a practice I did about my morning and evening rituals in this context of what am I affiliating with from the beginning of the day and the end of the day. Like I said, a moon schedule, and then I, go to bed. So, or when I wake up. So in the morning, my rituals are trying to connect to my center and establish circuitry before I really involve with the outside influences and individuals. Second one is dedicate myself to the Creator who gave me all this and is sustaining all of it. So I affiliate with the Creator. Next, and I affiliate with my circuitry, my center. Next, starting from scratch to the best of my ability in the today. So I affiliate with the sense of newness of today. And finally, I release the guilt and regret and cultivate positive baseline of feelings. And so I affiliate with positive feelings and unaffiliate myself with the leftover hardened kind of like pollutions of where I'm not okay, life is not okay, others are not okay. And in the evening, I set up the schedule or action plan for the next day. I let it go and I'm open. So I affiliate my future self with positivity and, being productive. I say my password kind of prayers and read some things and have my little things that I say before I go to sleep to affiliate myself to that before I let my subconscious kind of filter and process while I'm resting. I have something called Negelwasser next to my bed. It's a ritual washing of the hands. I prepare for the morning that whatever happens during the night, wherever my mind goes, they say that the hands become quite fragmented spiritually, and we have to wash them to purify them into the life because on the one hand, yes, we're with our maker while we're sleeping, but on the other hand, we are outside of the body, and the body is not being purified with the faculty of the soul. So during our rest, or the spirit kind of the consciousness leaves the body, it becomes kind of a holder. The faculty becomes emptier and available to things that are not wholesome. And we think about how much we do with our hands. That's like you have the golden touch or you just destroy everything you touch. Like we talk about the hands kind of without realizing a lot of the time. Like I can't put my finger on it, So we do live out through our hands, and they say that the hands are extension of the arms, which is an extension of the heart. Another thing I do is I have a Post-it to my subconscious self while I put under my pillow while I dream, while I rest, and I feel like does help me to, when I wake up, remember some messages from my dream, the earliest dreams. And that happened this morning. And the final thing is listening out for any unexpected feelings, unexpected sounds. I just let it come up like, I'm going to accept it, the nervousness, the anxiety, and then I release all that arousal. So first I let myself feel the arousal of any sounds. Yeah, there's dripping outside my window. Is someone there? Is that a cat? And then any feelings like, I miss him, or, is everything going to work out? And then kind of let that go, the arousal go, and say, okay, now it's time for rest. Tomorrow's a new day. I don't even know if I'll wake up for sure. So I'm glad that I could share this, and thank you for spending the time. And I recommend that you take that affiliation energy. Like I read, there's 16% of the people in the world who are not using that affiliation energy for something. You don't have to choose any specific religion that, maybe the one that you grew up with is meant for you, your roots. But the truth is of all of this is that if you don't affiliate your energy with something, it can be corrupted, and these affiliations can be hardened or dissolved. And if you do affiliate with something that's productive, or not productive, that's fruitful, you'll be able to harvest that. So it'll be for your benefit. Thank you. Be well.